All right, back to our discussion of China's currency. The renminbi has been appreciating since August. It's repeatedly touched its upper limit of the trading band. China's central bank has stepped in by setting the midpoint of the band at the lower levels. For more insights, we go to Perry Wang from the Milken Institute. Perry, welcome to the show. Let me start by perhaps you can give us some background as to why and speculate a bit of why the central bank is trying to push the currency back towards that midpoint of the range.
Well, I thought many agree that the rise has been a bit too rapid. And I think rather than saying that the appreciation is more reflect on the economic reality in China, I think we should look at the situation in Europe and our own QE3. And if you look at the central bank's decisions, they haven't done much lately. So that's not their part, I think. To the minimum, I think they do perhaps from policy perspective, political reasons, to see a stronger RMB, but not by this magnitude.
Perry, is there some fear that perhaps, and you see a lot of this in the central banks and other parts of the world, but having a strong currency is not what central banks want, especially when it comes to taking care of their exporters. Doesn't this have a significantly adverse effect on the Chinese exporters at a time when growth is slowing?
Yeah, absolutely, it's a big concern. And every country look at export as the, if you will, a big helping factor for the country to regain the economic footings. And China has been the same game. And but I think one ought to think about the implication for China too. European economy has slow and in some part in recession. And Europe is a big trading partner of China. So one would question how much can a central bank does, in terms of promoting cheaper RMB at this point. And point number two is that this is the election year, and tomorrow most Americans will go out to vote. And I think it would help a little bit by China to posture itself as saying that, okay, we are doing our part of the work. So
Perry,
that also is a political consideration.
Very quickly, Perry, I want to sneak another question in here. After the elections are over, what's your thoughts as to how much more the renminbi can appreciate over the next 12 to 15 months?
Not too much. I think the trading range now is probably, many would agree, is near balance. Could increase a little bit more in long run, but not too much.
All right, Perry, I want to thank you very much for your time. That does it for